Hello, and welcome back, guys. In this video, we want to go over how you can become a profitable solo or full desk recruiter. Maybe you're doing it on the side or maybe full time with the aspirations to create your own agency, and want to be able to kind of talk about different income levels and what I see people are doing well and what they're not doing well, and hoping that it gives you value. If you're new here, welcome. My name is Preston Park. Been a professional recruiter for almost a decade. Started my way from the bottom in 2014 when I joined an award-winning staffing firm. Was able to do over $500,000 on my own desk. I then decided to start my own career in 2015 as a solo recruiter. Was able to really replicate that level of success, doing a minimum $500,000 on my own desk every year since. Made multiple seven figures. We work with fantastic companies and brands and just love what I do. So when it comes to this video, I want to start off by saying that years of experience, in my opinion, really shouldn't matter, right? I talk to a lot of people who are like, you know what? I've been recruiting for 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 years. I know it all. Here's the thing. You might have been a great recruiter, a top biller 5, 10, 20, 30 years ago, but my question is, are you a top biller now? It really doesn't matter how many years you've been recruiting. The question is, what can you bill revenue-wise per year consistently? I think that is a better metric, especially for those on the agency side or external working for yourself in particular, right? Just because you've been doing something for many years doesn't make it mean that you're the best at it. In fact, I know a lot of people who are experienced recruiters, but they're simply being outperformed by people who are just getting to recruiting now, or people recruiting for only 1 or 2 years, because they're adapting, they're evolving, they're doing things better. And while you can still be a successful recruiter doing everything the old school way and manual way, the gap will get bigger and bigger and bigger as it continues to do so every month, every year that goes by without you intentionally making a choice to kind of level up or improve. So the landscape is changing. It's becoming a lot more competitive. How you get clients, how you do deals 5, 10 years ago is very different. Even 2 or 3 years ago is very different than what it is now. And that's really only going to accelerate into the future. And I feel like the day that you've decided to stop learning or improving, the day that your business or your desk will stop, or now you've given a final kind of clock on it, where after that, it's not going to go anywhere, right? The people that in my eyes are doing really well are those who are constantly adapting and evolving, embracing new workflows or tools or automations or systems that can help them remain competitive in this marketplace when the competition is only going to go up and up and up and up. But let me say one more thing. I don't say all this to scare you. I think competition is a great thing. Competition is a reflection that the market is healthy. It's filled with a lot of recruiters who don't know what they're doing or who aren't fully optimized.
Are you struggling with getting responses from clients? Are you an established recruiter who is struggling to break 6 figures and beyond? Are you looking to start recruiting part-time and you don't know how? Do you feel burned out and stuck spending hours and hours each day in manual tasks like sourcing and outreaching and feeling like you have no time to actually run and grow your business? I am absolutely happy to announce that we have launched our own recruitment, educational, and coaching program to help you on your journey. We made sure that everything I've learned in the past 10 years, the tips, the strategies that really helped me build multiple 7 figures of placements on my own desk with some of the best companies in the world, will be included in there. We'll also be including things like how you can build an acquisition system that brings in clients every month to your agency hands-free, how you can maximize the probability of a positive close during negotiations, how you can automate and outsource your day-to-day operations so that you don't have to spend hours per day researching or sourcing, how you can figure out the new and modern way to scale your agency that minimizes risk and maximize your upside potential. And we've also included much, much more. The best thing about this is not only will you be getting amazing content, but we will also handhold you and be with you every step of the way to make sure that you are held accountable and you crush your goals. We'll also share with you our own tech stack, tools, and plugins we actually use, plus everything else we know about automation and AI to help you save time, work smarter, and not be a slave to your business. The exciting news is that we've actually rolled this out to a select few people earlier this year, and I'm excited to see them well on the way to multiple 6 figures, with some breaking $30,000 to $50,000 per month already. So if you're interested to be a successful recruiter that can dominate in any market conditions, make sure you click on the link below to chat with another member of our team, and we're happy to chat with you to see if we can help you out. Make sure you jump on this really quickly. See you on the other side.
There's a lot of activity, and even though there's a lot of competition, it's filled with a lot of recruiters who don't know what they're doing or who aren't fully optimized or just choosing to do everything the old school way until the days they stop being a recruiter, right? So I think there's a lot of opportunity to be a great recruiter or a business in your market, in your niche, in your space to absolutely crush it. So what we call like level 1, who's making nothing to maybe up to 6 figures. I think people in this situation typically have very weak or minimal understanding of recruitment basics or fundamentals. Unfortunately, the job that they're in or the couple jobs just really drop the ball in training. They are not confident in really any aspect A to Z of recruitment. They might be able to know how to use LinkedIn basically on a basic level here, and really that's kind of it. And if you make the effort to kind of get another job, or you start a side hustle, or you start your own business, typically what we see is they're going to just have a difficult time, mainly going around in circles, wasting time and money, and it's just not a good place that you want to be in. People also in this category don't really understand or grasp how to find or engage clients or candidates. You may only know one way, and the one way that you do know is probably not to the fullest extent. It's not maximized. You're not finding any success. If anything, you're just trying to, depend on more calls, more emails, and everything else is broken. That's not going to warrant any ROI or return for you. People here also just rely on luck, hiring, splits, communities, tools, and AIs to get lucky and hope that they find the magic pill and it fixes their business or desk. I think this is the most detrimental mindset or mind state that you can have. If it's up to be, it's up to me. That's what I strongly believe in. If you're working for yourself as a business owner, a freelancer, your future depends on you making the right decisions. I think there's a certain time and place for splits and communities and things like that, but these should be secondary to your business, because if you don't waver from this and all you do is primarily jump on freelancing and split opportunities, that's fine as a freelancer, and you might be able to do a couple placements here, but you leave a lot of control, you have no communication with the clients, and most importantly, you're not really going to learn the fundamentals on how to actually do this yourself. A lot of people also just rely on hiring. Oh my God, this business development specialist sounds good. I'm just going to throw money at him in hopes that he works out. 9.9 out of 10 times you are wasting money. You got to stop that right now and stop spending thousands of dollars per month on tools that you think are going to help. You got to learn the basics first and then work your way out. So this is really for those who've worked in recruitment for, what I also see are people who worked in recruitment for 5, 10, 20, 30 years, and they kind of are sitting on a high horse, like, I don't need to learn it all. I just kind of need to focus on automation, optimization. That's great, but then you realize your foundation for 2024, 2025 moving forward is lacking or filled with holes, right? So you need to make sure you have a strong foundation for the given time that you are in, not a foundation with material that you learned 20 years ago or 10 years ago. It's completely irrelevant. A lot of it is just not going to work. So have a good foundation now, and then you add automation optimization on top of that, instead of just skipping to automation, optimization, hiring, thinking that's going to help, when in fact, most likely you're going to end up wasting time, which we would just hate to see. Now, for those in level 2, typically billing 6 figures to 300K, that's pretty solid. Now we're kind of talking about serious money. Here, what we've seen is recruiters have a relatively solid foundation and knowledge of recruitment fundamentals. You might still have a lot of opportunity to grow, to improve, a lot of skills and knowledge gaps to be able to fill. And a lot of this could be a combination of moderate skill level and still a good chunk of luck as well. You are still relatively comfortable. People here are now relatively more comfortable finding, engaging, closing clients. Maybe they're utilizing one really well or multiple channels. They're comfortable starting to kind of manage multiple clients, job orders, interview managements, and offers, even though they might start to feel kind of overwhelmed. What's happening? There's a decent chance here you're just really using a lot of muscle and you're just doing a lot of things manually, which is not a bad thing. Like, recruitment is one of those things where you can still be successful and make a lot of money doing things manually. The first 6 years of my career, I did everything manual and I was still able to make multiple 6 figures, right? But that's different in 2024 moving onward. I think once you're reaching the 200 plus, you got to be able to be more intentional to try and test one-off tools or automations instead of just maybe relying on one and you're either not fully maximizing it or maybe it's not the right best tool for yourself. There are still a lot of opportunities on your desk or your workflow to optimize and be efficient and to simply move a lot faster. And here again, some of it could be skill, I feel like, but a lot of it could be luck. I've met some people who are billing 2 to 300 and it's just one client that they luckily got, and the one client gave them like 5 roles and they just throwing stuff at it, not really being a skilled recruiter, not doing things properly. And yeah, you can still make money here, but to me it's like, can you do that consistently for the next year, 2 or 5 years from now, right? I'm all about like having people become skilled at what they do instead of luck and just be a flash in the pan. Now when it comes to level 3, we kind of think about maybe $300,000 to $600,000 on your own desk. And again, this is assuming you're a solo recruiter. Here you have a pretty strong grasp of recruitment fundamentals and best practices. You can't be making this much money, especially consistently, without having a decent grasp of the fundamentals. You know how to confidently identify and close new clients and cans, utilizing deploying multiple channels. You also are very comfortable in organizing, coordinating ongoing interviews, candidates, jobs, and offers. You're starting to think more actively about optimizing your workflow now and how things can be more efficient. You probably have done 5, 10, 20, 30, 40 placements now, maybe across a year, 2 or 3, right? In your tool belt, you're like, now I need to think about how do I do things smarter. If I don't have to work an hour or 2 extra doing X, Y, and Z today, but I can replace that using a tool, should I be doing that? 100%, right? You're starting to use a handful of tools and automations, becoming more interested in systemizing, optimizing, and scaling. You're starting to think a lot more about hiring and outsourcing, and or is someone already kind of perhaps tinkering, or you already have someone contracting or part-time helping you out either on the client side or a candidate side. Maybe that's going well, maybe that's not going well. You're kind of feeling it out. Maybe you're overpaying, maybe you're underpaying. There's still a lot more rules for improvement, but basically 300 to 500 or 600 plus, you're solid. You're becoming a top performer, if not one already. And there's a lot that you can fix. There's a lot that you can optimize. And if you do that, maybe you can 1.5 or 2x the income that you're making right now. Now in level 4, this is what we call like the top billers, 600 to a million plus. These people, and there are people making this money on their solo desk without any employees, which is still crazy, not something that you can see a lot in many careers just doing by yourself. You have a very strong grasp of the fundamentals. You know exactly how to deploy multiple channels to close clients on an ongoing, consistent basis. You know how to manage multiple ongoing interviews, candidates, jobs, offers, negotiating starts, feedback, pros calls. All of this is kind of becoming like a walk in the park with you, becoming very smooth and very, very efficient. You most likely have an optimized workflow pretty well so that things can operate quickly and efficiently. There are probably still ways for you to be able to improve or level up here and there. You're strong with automations and systems, and you're always testing and looking for new ways to improve with like an unsatiable hunger to always optimize, especially with the abundance of new technologies coming to the market. You have created, or you're making a great progress in creating hands-off systems that can bring in leads and candidates, building your acquisition engines with the combination of the right hiring and outsourcing and the technology stack, so that you can really save your time off of the day-to-day. You can really focus on being a CEO on the business and then be stuck in it, where your clients and leads will be sent to your inbox automatically on autopilot, completely passive, right? And this will allow you to spend more time bringing in more clients, more candidates, more jobs, and basically be able to kind of set the foundation to scale your revenue and scale the team as far as you want. So as you can see, going from level 1 to level 4, it's a huge improvement in the fundamentals to coordinating, the time management, being optimal, efficient workflows, and then really spending a lot more time on the systems and AI and automations so you can work smarter, how to hire and bring in the right people so that's not adding additional burden or stress onto the business, so that you really set yourself up for success moving forward with revenue, team members, and opportunity to capitalize on new markets when needed. So I hope that this helps. It's really, really, really fulfilling, and also it just sounds amazing when I hear stories of people who go from level 1 to level 4, or level 3, level 4, or level 0 to level 3. Like, it's really amazing, and I think it becomes a lot clearer once you have a clearer roadmap to follow, or people who are currently doing or operating it that can kind of give you a roadmap and lend a hand. So I hope that this helps you. Let me know what level you are in and what level that you aspire to. Perhaps you're like, hey, I'm at level 4, I want to go to level 10. I'm at level 1, I want to go to level 100. I hear you guys and wish nothing more than for you guys to absolutely crush it. So hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you on the next one.